Hello YouTube, Komodo Gaming here, bringing you another episode of Scrap Mechanic. Today we are building a tow truck, and it's not going to be just any normal tow truck, this is going to be a diesel tow truck. This thing, at least how I'm picturing it, is going to be massive. I had a request for a tow truck, and I was like, we'll go ahead and take this on, and then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, how about we build a big tow truck, just something that was, I've seen diesel tow trucks before, so I was like, let's build that, so hopefully that will, hopefully this will turn out good. I'm not 100% sure here. I'm going to start here in the front. I start at the base. I'm going to do this a little bit different. Normally, I just put the base down and go straight into the suspension and tires. Today, we're going to actually start from the front and just build back. And I don't wonder, that might be too tall. I don't know. Well, we might have to change that. But another thing that I'm going to do different in this video, I'm going to probably, normally I have to cut apart my videos and you miss out on good chunks of the build. Well, I figured a way around that. Instead of, I'm not going to upload an hour-long video. I'm actually going to speed up the video. I'm going to do like a montage. We'll do it at some point in this video. I'm kind of experimenting with video editing, so if you see that, I promise I will not blare dubstep at you. It's not going to be some loud and really obnoxious, thing. It's just going to be just me speeding up the build, and hopefully it turns out good. But other than that, another thing that I'm really going to I'm a little bit worried about, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do it, is the towing mechanism in the back. Now, a lot of the traditional towing mechanisms is just a bar that goes up, almost like I wouldn't call it maybe it is a chain that comes down, it locks onto the front bumper. Well, I don't know if it locks exactly onto the bumper, but it locks onto something in the front of the car and lifts it up. Another one I was thinking about was another mechanism that slides in between the wheels, the front wheels, and then something wraps around the wheels, and then you pick it up like that. So I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that, but we'll work on it. I'm really digging the way the front end looks on this. I still think I might make it taller, because I think once it's all said and done, it's going to definitely just be a very big machine. So let's see. Let's come around to the other side here. I'm looking at this picture, and I'm just going back and forth and trying to make sure this is going to actually look right. Yeah. But yeah, this is going to be kind of an experimental video. I'll key in, I'll cut in whenever I need to do or explain something, or something that I want to show in real time. And then, of course, at the end of the video, we'll do we'll play with the machine, we'll test it out, make sure everything works. And we're going to go start on the cab now. let's see. That looks good. I don't know where I'm going to cut this video at, so I'm going to go and explain what I'm doing again. I'm building a storage area. I believe I'm going to like stick some road hazard things in here, maybe some cones, signs, generators. Let's see. I think that's. I'm gonna make it swing out, and I'll probably put like a little divider for the doors. Leave it open just in case I need to get in there, and also I need to put a divider wall inside of it. I don't want it to be just some big hollow opening in the vehicle. So as you can see, I had the engines also kind of tucked off in there. That looks good. I like the little outline. I'm actually going to add this to the door here, maybe to the bottom part. Cab's almost done. Got some little things to do. I'm gonna keep the doors off for now, as I keep messing this up. But I'm gonna leave the doors off for now because I'm gonna have to get up in there a lot and start mapping a bunch of buttons to the towing mechanism. So that's gonna take a little bit. I also need to correct this side of the storage area. It's not flush with the body, so let's see. I'm going to show you the front end again. I took it off the lift a while ago, and everything clears, everything compresses right. It doesn't look like it's dragging, so it actually looks really impressive. This looks really close to the picture, so I'm really happy with the way this turned out. I'm going to cut these ends off. That doesn't look quite right. Let's see, what am I looking at here? Yeah, that doesn't look like the picture. I need to cut these sides off. I at least need to cut them down. I don't know why I built them all even, because where the towing, where everything works back here, it's on this diesel, the picture I have, it's not even with the storage area. So I'm going to cut that down and make it to where, you know, you can access it a little bit easier. I'm not sure if I'm going to control the towing mechanism from the cockpit or if I'm going to actually have to get out and do it from the back. I mean, I think it would be neat to be able to just do it from the cockpit, just back up to the vehicle and just press some buttons and get it up on the lift and take off. So not 100% sure. Also, I need to probably build this body down a little bit. You can see all into the inside. Guess we'll add everything to it first and see how far how far it compresses, and then I'll figure out how far I need to go down with the body. Let's go ahead and continue this outline. I really like this outline. I'm just trying to, you know, mix things up. I don't want it to look really plain, so this metal outline I'm doing, as soon as I can figure out where it needs to be. There we go. I think so. There we go. But yeah, just trying to change things up and make it look, you know, cool. Also, I'm gonna need to cut into the back here. I'm thinking about, you know, there's a lot of gap down there. I don't know if it's gonna really go down that much, but really pleased with the way this is looking. Also thinking about, I think I want everything to be mapped to the cockpit. I think that would just be easier, where you can just, you know, tow vehicles on the fly. So let's cut that out and we'll start working on the towing mechanism. How am I going to do this? Thinking, I cut a piece of the floor out, thinking that I'm not going to always just do big vehicles like towing wise. I want to be able to tow cars. So I figured the bar that's going to poke out, that's going to need to lift up and down to lift the vehicle, is going to need to actually go into the floor sometimes. So I'm going to cut it out, and it can just slide down in there. That way I can pick up small vehicles. Let's just grab some pieces here and we'll see maybe what we're going to use. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this. Well, as far as the mechanism goes, I believe I'm going to use where I just lift it down and there's like a chain, or I don't have a chain in the game, it's going to be like pipes, are going to swing under the bumper, and I'll just lift it up that way. I thought about doing something that locked around the wheels, but with the various like vehicles and wheelbases, I don't think that I'm going to be able to pull that off. So I think the easiest way would be to just do like more of a traditional tow truck. So let's grab that. Let's go and grab the metal block here. I'm probably going to need it. I'm going to maybe surround this a little bit with metal. Let's go maybe across the top here. And we'll build down. And I'll stick the bearing off in here somewhere. think that would work. Maybe down in there. Let's grab the bearing. Let's go down one. I wanted to clear that top. That looks good. What kind of beam? Actually, need to put a metal block in here. That beam won't slide in there without this poking out, so maybe like that. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Let's make it come out here. Got to keep this thing also easy to jump up and like in and out of. So, let's see. What piece do I want to use next? So I need to stick some controllers back here somewhere. Not sure where I'm going to put them yet. Stick that there, and then we'll start coming down with it. I'll need some. I'm not sure where I'm going to stick that bearing, but eventually I'll need another bearing down here to adjust the hook under the cars. Or I'm going to need some sort of system to do that. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. That looks like it works. That looks good. Now on to placing some more piping back here. Maybe we'll put the bearings on the side here and just kind of work off it from there. All right, I've spent the last 30 minutes yelling, trying to figure this out, and I finally think I came up with a system. I'm still using the same bearings that I placed a while ago, but I'm going to come up with this like hook system. Initially, this was really too wide and it just didn't work, so those are going to be my hooks. I'll map those to the controller back here, and once the vehicle, they'll stick in like that, but once the vehicle slides, like the poles slide under, they're going to spin around and hook up into the bumper, and it should secure the vehicle. I was testing this a while ago, and I was getting really mad. I just couldn't figure out how I wanted it to work, so let's check it out here. Oh, okay, the bearings are reversed. Also, this annoying being stuck in this cockpit. I built the roof really tall to make it where I could slide out. It's just Scrap Mechanics' odd, like, ejecting methods. I don't know. Let me cut out some more of the roof here and just... I want to be able to get out of my vehicle. That's the only thing that really bugs me about enclosed vehicles. Let's switch that around. There it goes. All right, I think we are ready to go here. I've got my towing mechanism figured out. I added some doors to it. I stuck some stuff down here. Like I've got some cones, just signs. I think I stuck a little bit more on the other side. Added some tail lights. There's the towing mechanism. I'll show you how that works here in a second. There's more storage, and we'll just close this up and we'll be ready to go. This thing, I really like the way this looks. I believe it's going to function really good too. So here's the inside. Of course, we got tons of buttons at the top, the bottom, and I believe we are ready to go here. We'll get in position. See if I can line this up. Camera's a little funky once you get a really big build. It's kind of hard to adjust here. Let's back it up and start to lower here. And this should, hopefully this clears the view. I just built a little makeshift vehicle to work with. There we go. And we click the other button. It's going to spin those hooks around. And it should hook in there. And we'll go back and click the one button. And it should lift it here. Look at that. Works great. I did this a while ago. I don't know what it is. I have those back tires on that car on bearings, so I'm not really sure why they're not spinning. It's not catching the rear end. Like at first I thought it was like catching the rear bumper, and it was actually lifting it off the ground, but it's really not. So I'm not sure what the issue is back there. But anyways, let's get this thing take it back to the track here. It's pretty cool. I got my duck here on the front. It's a little nice touch. Let's drive this thing back to the track. And the diesel, everything clears, it handles really good. Of course, you don't want to turn it going really fast, but towing wise, it's heavy, but not too heavy. It tows awesome. That mechanism I got back there with the hooks, I've taken turns fairly fast. Like, I don't think I'm going to lose it. Like here, like I kind of pictured it flipping off, but no, it stays on really good. So that thing looks awesome. I'm really, really, really proud of this one. This will definitely be a vehicle that I keep around. There's my dirt track in the background. If you haven't watched that video, that's the sprint car video where I used it a little bit. Let's take it around to the back of the track here. We'll drop the vehicle off and just show you that everything works. You know, I can like just take this vehicle off at any time. So let's drop it. Got a little bit of delay on that first key. Click the button for the hooks, slides off, and we're good to go. Anyways, that's probably going to about wrap it up for this episode today, guys. We're just going to continue to do some more Scrap Mechanic, do some more builds. Got a lot more things planned. Of course, if you'd like to comment, give me some suggestions. Anything helps. I mean, I really like to read through the comments. Like, the channel's growing, so I mean, I'm really excited for the future. And we'll put out some more episodes. I'm trying to get on a little bit more normal schedule for you guys, so you kind of see where I'm releasing videos. Those will kind of be the days I'll try to repeat and release videos. But everything should good. Let's open up the side. There's the side doors, and we're good to go here. Anyways, if you'd like to like the video, subscribe. Anything helps, and we'll see you guys next time.